Hello, viewers, and welcome to a Doctor Who Steven Moffat's Rant, as I've called it. So basically, I'm just going to talk about, or rant about, Steven Moffat's era, about how he made the Doctor act, what stories he wrote. They're not just going to be bad things; there will be good things if I can think of any. But I'm just going to say and sum up how I thought Steven Moffat handled Doctor Who, and I'm just gonna kick off with my first point, which is actually I'm gonna go through the good points. So, good points. I might not have them. I might not say them all. You might agree with my opinions. You might not. This is just my opinion. I prefer Russell T Davies out of the new series, and hopefully Chris Chibnall's going to do a good job. But the way Broadchurch was, I don't know. Anyway, so good points about Steven Moffat. So I like the series 10 finale, World Enough in Time, the Doctor Falls. I think that's probably the best finale that is ever done. Doesn't take much beating though. I wish it didn't spoil the Master. I know loads of people have said that, but I just thought when I rewatched the episode that, imagine what it'd be like if I didn't know Johnson were coming back. Then, wow, what a shock. But as a finale, I thought that was pretty good. And Steven Moffat, wow, good job there. So that's one of the bestest things Steven Moffat's done with their series. Create that good finale. Missy is a great character that he created. I think that's really good. How she's the female version of the Master. I do actually like that because I think women, evil women, wow, yeah, I think they're pretty good. So Missy, Michelle Gomez, great actress. So I'm glad that Steven Moffat thought of that idea, and I'm glad that it was a multi-master story. And about multi-master stories, or should I say multi-doctor stories, I think Steven Moffat's absolutely amazing at multi-doctor stories, like Twice Upon a Time, great connections between the 12th Doctor and the 1st Doctor. The Day of the Doctor, of course, David Tennant and Matt Smith, brilliant. I just think it's good. Doctor Who is really good at writing, like David Tennant's parts, for example, because obviously Russell T Davies did all that and obviously made his character the way he was. So Steven Moffat's quite good at interpreting like another character that he's never written before. So that was good for the David Tennant bit. First Doctor, it wrote him really well. Just the sexist comments which bugged me a bit, but apart from that, multi-Doctor stories for Steven Moffat, pretty good. Obviously he wrote Blink, great episode that. David Tennant era, great. It's creepy. Weeping Angels, good monsters there. Heaven Sent, ruined by Hellbent, but Heaven Sent was really good just to have the Doctor by himself, no other actresses, but you have that dark figure. Great when it all linked in to his confession dial. Great. And Hellbent comes along. What else is there? With the 12th Doctor, I liked how in the first few episodes of Series 8, it was a darker Doctor. Like, he was very serious. He was wanting to know who he was and to see what who the Doctor was, who he was. So that, I think that's really good. I liked how in Into the Dalek, I think it was when he was coming to pick up Clara with the coffee, and when he goes back in the TARDIS and kicks the TARDIS doors open. I think that's great, but the rest of the 12th Doctor bit, it's just gone all silly and daft and browse history, but I'm going to come on to that. I'm just thinking, is there any more good points? Not that I can think of on the top of my head. So let's cut to the rants, the bad points. So many. I'm just gonna pick the main ones. You might agree, you might not agree. So, the first point is he made the Doctor look stupid when he was against the Daleks from the episode Victory of the Daleks. This is the first major thing for me. When the Doctor, his most feared enemy, he's known him for so many centuries, thousands of years, and he threatens them with a jammy dodger. That just bugged me, that. He's a doctor. He's supposed to find out what they're doing. And in that episode, they were newly designed. They were big and strong again. But come on, I know Matt Smith was like it was good for the 11th Doctor, but I know he was a bit clumsy and a bit daft at times. But come on. I just think that went a bit too far. Also in that episode, Daleks offering a cup of tea. They don't just suddenly change personality. The Daleks, they don't just do that. I know there's the Mercer in Series 9 when Clara was in the Dalek and the Doctor helped Davros teaching, like the other Daleks said, to say Mercer. It's kind of a change of personality, but they were still exterminating. They were still evil, but a cup of tea, jammy dodgers. What's that all about? Right, okay. Also in, what were it now? Later on in Series 5, where Rory at his stag party and Doctor pops out of a wedding cake. Yeah, a wedding cake. He pops out of it. My first thoughts running through my mind: why is he doing that? I thought he'd be in the TARDIS, travelling somewhere, or at least caring for Rory. Yeah, fair enough. He's attending. Right, okay. Out of a wedding cake, and then to top it all off, he says Amy's a great kisser. You know, she really is. What? The Doctor is someone who cares about his friends. He really wants to look after his companions. Not what? It just Rory, your wife to be, great kisser. I just did it 20 minutes ago. What? That's like what happened. That's stupid. Come on. Moffat. It's not. I don't believe it's Matt Smith's fault. It's just got given the script. Sorry, but that is just daft, silly, pathetic. No wonder Rory looked like he did. What's next? Alright then. The Doctor said many cringy, silly, daft things. It might just be the Doctor's personality, but I just didn't like it. Typical Moffat, I think. For example, the Doctor said, I am an idiot. Alright, the 12th Doctor were darker to start with. Thought, like when he said, I am. I'm not a good man. I'm not whatever. I thought he was going to say a big, powerful speech, and then he comes out with, I am an idiot. Okay, next, I am the Doctor and I save people. Alright, okay, he does save people. Yeah, right, okay. But over the years, the Doctor said himself, he just passes through and he likes to travel and see new worlds. And he doesn't actually mean to find trouble and help people. So, I'm the Doctor and I save people. I just think it's a bit too far-fetched and a bit cringy for me. Browser history was a big thing with the 12th Doctor. I think he got overused. Steven Moffat obviously ran out of jokes. It just wasn't funny. He used it 3 or 4 times at least. And even had the first Doctor mentioning it. I mean, come on. Browser history, really? Okay. The Man Who Stops the Monsters. That does my head in as well. Very, very cringy. It's typical Steven Moffat. And to top it all off, he calls his own TARDIS sexy. TARDIS is a woman. I just don't see why that was needed. The Doctor's wife. Many people love that story. I just don't. The TARDIS isn't a woman. Oh, you're right, sexy. What? I might be going on a bit here, but come on. Time and space machine. You stole it from Gallifrey. Oh, sexy. No. Alright, yeah. A female, because all the way through the Doctor's life, he's called it a she, but... Dearie me. What's next? Series 6. It was completely utter crap, to put it bluntly. I mean, excuse my language, but... I mean, what the was Let's Kill Hitler? It's a series I've never watched again. It's a load of shit, basically. It's just terrible and rubbish. It's a waste of a series, and I've noticed this happens quite a lot. And every time a Steven Moffat series has come on, it's always like the Doctor's dying, or the Doctor says, "I'm gonna die." And that was it with Series 6. I thought, wow, here we go. And they're in America, and he gets shot, regenerates, killed. He got killed while they were regenerating, and he somehow comes back. Dear oh dear. Series 6. Load of rubbish. I just think if I was a lot younger then, like a child, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? I just didn't understand it at all. So I'm not even gonna give it a chance, a rewatch, because it's just a load of rubbish. Terrible. And the eye patches. Right, I'm gonna skip on. So yeah, he made very, very complicated stories. And talking about regenerations and all that, Steven Moffat made the 12th Doctor use loads of regeneration energy for no reason at all. So, okay, Series 8, no regeneration energy. Danny Pink, there. Well, I'm not going to talk about him. So Series 9, Davros, a little bit of regeneration energy. There you are. Alright, okay. It's easily forgettable, it's alright. And then and then they leak it in the trailers for a start. We know what's going to happen. He's going to regenerate in this episode. Right, and then you see him in The Lie of the Land. Obviously, he was going to stay, so it was stupid how he actually faked his regeneration, because Bill didn't actually know what regeneration was, so that just didn't make sense. And I don't know how many times I've seen it, but there's loads of regeneration bits that his hand starts glowing, and then when it gets to the real thing, it's not as exciting, because you've seen it before. You might not see the eyes changing and all that, but it was sad and it had loads of emotions running through it. And I Let You Go, great ending, great line to end with, but it was just a waste, really. How he used so much regeneration energy. Maybe that's why he's become a woman. Maybe it's affected his body, but I don't know. Maybe I've just thought of that just now. Another regeneration thing that bugged me is when the 11th Doctor regenerated on top of the clock tower. It might be just excess energy, but I don't see why he has to be young again, and he has to come back, nice new Matt Smithy face comes back without a scratch on it, yeah, okay. Then he regenerates and you blink or you look away. I know that my friend Shafiz, who I do his action figures adventures with him, I know he has the same opinion on that, where why did he come back? Why didn't he regenerate on Clock Tower? Alright, links in with Deep Breath, but I like how he said he's coming because he knew it was a man by then. But his final speech, Matt Smith's, breath on a mirror, it was just boring. Most people were crying by that point, but it was just shit, really. To be honest with you. I think a couple of episodes in Series 10 and a few of the stories that Steven Moffat did over the years, I found that some endings to some stories were a bit rushed. Like, you were getting into it and suddenly Steven Moffat, there's 10 minutes, I need to rush this ending. What shall I put in? And he'll go to his friend Mark Gatiss, what shall I do? And even I don't think he was a good writer. I mean, he's a good actor in Lazarus Experiment and in Twice Upon a Time he's great. But he wasn't a good story writer, I don't think, for Doctor Who. But I just think that some Steven Moffat episodes were a bit rushed and you're like, what? How did that happen? Everything's alright again. Like, Smile is the first thing that comes to my head. Because, oh no, these robots, they come in and all that, and then next minute you know, oh, I have an idea. Beep. And then everything's back to normal. It's probably something I'm going to have to rewatch to understand. It might just be me that's a bit weird, but yeah, I'll probably give that a rewatch. River Song. Most people like River Song. She's alright a character. I understand that she sees the Doctor at different times to what he sees of her. I just found it hard to follow at times for being a kid back then. Like with Matt Smith when she kept popping up, oh, spoilers, or you don't know yet, or that just annoyed me because he never knew. I'll be back, she said all the time, spoilers. Right, hello sweetie. I just find the timeline hard to understand. I think someone's made a video on YouTube, but I just found it really hard to understand. Let's Kill Hitler, rubbish episode that she were in. What else to say about it? I'm glad that Husbands of River Song made her leave, or hopefully made her leave the show, because something else to add onto a timeline, I don't think I could cope. And I don't understand. Can you comment this below if you know, but how is River a Time Lord? Because I don't think she's ever mentioned that she comes from Gallifrey. And she's Rory's and Amy's baby. And they're both human, so I don't understand how she can regenerate. Can someone comment that below? Because I just don't understand that. River Song, is she a Time Lord? How can she regenerate? Rory and Amy's human. So Steven Moffat hasn't really explained it well for me. I know she's Melody Pond because I actually remember it from Series 6. And that's Rory and Amy's baby, so I just don't get that. But please comment below if you do know and you do understand. Another bad point with Steven Moffat is that he didn't let companions who left or died, he didn't make them stay dead, or he always made them come back for some odd reason. Like, for example, especially with Peter Capaldi's era, Clara. Right, okay, she's faced a raven, huge raven's coming at her, she's gonna die in a couple of seconds, bam, she's dead. Great. Clara, alright, start off with. As soon as Danny Pink came along, she started to annoy me. How much you so hard that you regenerate? Annoying. But, okay, face the Raven. Great ending for her. Bye-bye. Hellbent. It's already a shit episode. He's fucking ruined that. Steven Moffat has. He sends the Doctor to Gallifrey. He's been trying to get there for millions of years. Only to get off it. Oh, I'll shoot you. What regeneration are you at? I'll shoot you anyway. That's annoying. That annoys me anyway. But bringing Clara back. What is the point? She wasn't needed in the episode. That just annoyed me. Hellbent is probably one of the worst stories Steven Moffat has ever written. He just ruined that finale. It was a great build-up. Great series. I love Series 9, but Hellbent, I didn't like Sleep No More. Hellbent, come on. Sure that Russell T Davies would have done a better job. He'd have probably let the Doctor stay on Gallifrey and let him do something. I know that in the past, in the 5 Doctors, the Time Lords have offered him to stay and the Doctor's left, but since the Time War, the Doctors always wanted to find Gallifrey, but he just wanted to leave it. I'm in charge. Oh, I'll go and shoot you. He just goes off as fast as he can. I thought he wanted to save it and protect it again, but obviously I was wrong. If someone knows anything about that, please comment. You might not like my opinions, you might agree, hopefully you do, but hopefully you don't, so I understand your side and you can explain it to me, because I don't understand Steven Moffat, what went through his mind. He made stories too complicated for me. They're the main things that I've got to say. I just wish he didn't make boring episodes, complicated episodes. I wish he made them more creepy, when he made Blink. Wow, here we go. I think if he wrote creepy episodes, not like Listen, not like Knock Knock, a bit more creepier, like Midnight. That is one of my favourite episodes in the new series. If he made creepy episodes, especially with the 12th Doctor being darker and not acting silly and daft, from the end of Series 8 onwards, then I think Steven Moffat's series would have gone a lot better. And Series 6, well, I'm not going to even talk about Series 6. You know how I feel about Series 6. I just think Russell T Davies did strong stories. I wish he stayed on, of course. The 11th Hour pretty good, though. Russell T Davies. Everybody were expecting it to be good, obviously. But there were also people who were like, oh, it's going to be a modern Doctor Who. I don't know about that. But it ended up being brilliant. The stories were really easy to follow. There were really some strong stories like Doomsday. Brilliant. At the end of the time, people say that the Doctor's regeneration was a bit dragged out, but I disagree. Because he's one of the best Doctors, probably joined up with Chris Eccleston of the new series. But I just think Russell T Davies were a lot stronger. He knew what he was talking about. Steven Moffat just didn't. And I'm glad that he's leaving. And I'm hoping that Chris Chibnall's a lot better. But he has done some good things, like I've said at the start, but please comment below about your opinions on how Steven Moffat took to Doctor Who, how his era, what you liked, what you didn't like, whether you agree, whether you disagree. And actually, I think he's the reason why so many people switched off when Steven Moffat came around, because when it was Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, 12 million, 10 million, 11 million, every time, every episode. When Steven Moffat took over, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, it dropped so low to 5 million ish. It even got to a point with 4 million. I mean, its peak's probably been 8 million with Steven Moffat, but that's very, very rare. I mean, I think I'm better stop now, but I think that's why so many people just stopped watching it, because they didn't understand the episodes. I'm sure that most people agree with that, because if you go through all the episodes, if you type in Doctor Who serials and get to the new series and you go through the episodes, you can actually see that the ratings dropped and it's just got worse as it's gone on. So that's just a thing to leave you with. So that's the end of my rant, I think. I've said enough. I've been talking for about 25 minutes, but it's been worth it to get it off my chest. There's probably a lot more that I can think of, but they're just the main things I've got on the top of my head. So, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming up. I haven't done a video in a while, for 6 months or something. Can't remember when. But I've been really, really busy. And I've been doing work with Shea Fizz, which is another Doctor Who action figure adventure channel. We're working on season 2. And we've had troubles with the production, but I'm not going to post any videos, I don't think, of the season. It'll all be on Shea Fizz's, so I'll put the link to his channel in the description. So that's all I've got to say. I will be carrying on with my Doctor Who episode reviews. Probably, if someone wants me to carry on with the action figure reviews, I will do that, but I won't be doing as many due to lack of time and just being busy. I will be doing other reviews like this, like I've done. This is like a review of Steven Moffat. I'll probably be doing a ranking of the Doctors, the ranking of series 1 to 10. If you want me to do that, please comment. I'll probably do it anyway, but for extra support, and even put your lists down. So yeah, see you later, and goodbye. By the way, I'm sorry for any bad language. I don't usually swear, but I can't stand Steven Moffat, especially Series 6. I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to leave you with that. Bye.